Yes, to be or not to be. To be or not to be what? To be who? Those are the only questions. I mean, to be or not to be.
Who am I? Why am I here?
Yeah.
What am I here to do?
Yeah, and that's that goes for a community too. Who's a community? What are they doing? And so this time when we must come together in community, because we've been separated for so long that we don't even know how to do that.
The simple question, who is my neighbor? The one who shows compassion is a neighbor.
Won't you be my
Won't you
neighbor?
be my neighbor? That was the first thing we did when we got to Grants Pass with Lita Glastonbury. We did Be My Neighbor. We helped produce that event, and it was bringing people together about little community action in a block, in a little tiny neighborhood, and it was a great beginning, but it didn't go very far yet. So we can bring that back, though. Won't you be my neighbor? We can be neighbors. Get to know your neighbors. Do you know your neighbors? Have you met the people next door? Do you know the people across the street? If you don't know, you might tend to make up your own mind about who they are just from brief observations here and there, and that's not a good way to get to know people. I found out that whenever I hear someone's story, I have great compassion on them. I really can feel what they've been through. And after a while, I realized that I don't even need to hear someone's story because I know I'm going to have compassion on them when I hear the story, so I may as well have compassion up front. Why wait? Why wait? You may never hear the story. Compassion is the most important in our human relationships with each other.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, we that was the first thing we did. But how to find out in our community what actually keeps us from being in the community is fear. So fear. How do you eliminate fear in your own neighborhood? It's a must. How can you live in fear of your own neighbors or your neighborhood or the next neighborhood
and
or
some
the next
places in
town?
Josephine
Or,
County, there's just cause to live in fear of your neighbor. There's lots of crime. There's a big black market with the marijuana industry. There's cartels. There are reasons to be afraid for people, but if you get to know the goodness, if the goodness all comes together, there won't be room for that which causes fear.
Yeah.
When we fill the space with goodness and caring and nurturing of each other and look out for one another, neighborhood watch programs work. And so when we watch out for each other with compassion and caring, that it really does work.
So in some communities, it's how do you jump from the fear and everybody's separated and with cause or whatever, how do you get from there to the neighborhood watch, to the willingness to join the watch, to come together, to see if you can come together with that. That is where we are. We are at that choice. And all we have to do is choose love.